Hello, hello. So I wanted to do a little video about where we are at in terms of the wheel of the year. So I'm going to speak in terms of the Northern Hemisphere. So United States, UK, Sweden, Russia, China, like that's where we are. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you are having fall, right? You're having autumn. So we are in between the autumn equinox, which was September 21st, and the winter solstice, which is December 21st, okay? So Samhain, which is 31st of October, is the part where we're starting to let go and release of anything that doesn't serve us and serving our highest good for where we see ourselves going, right? So it's time to really take stock on what did I manifest in this recent year, okay? We had the harvest season, the three harvests. Well, this is the last one. We have the harvest season, August 1st and September 21. So that's the height of things coming together that you intentionally or unintentionally worked for the entire year. And what was that for you, right? Now things are starting to slow down and we need to look at the things like, how did it go? How did I do? What effort did I put in? What could have been better? What things did I engage in that I don't want to engage in going into 2025? Are the people, places, things, situations, stuff that I don't need to have around me anymore, that doesn't serve my purpose? It's also a time of introspection that will keep on going until like beginning of next year, when we start setting our intentions for real for the new year, okay? So you're going to have probably some type of revelations already, figuring out like what it is that I want to do, where do I see myself going. Yeah, so already start thinking about it, like really take stock on what happened this year, what was accomplished, okay? Also celebrate the things that you ended that needed to end already. And then see, are there any residual things that you need to end and let go of? Write them down on a list. I like to burn, I'm gonna actually do it tonight for my little ritual. I like to burn a black candle with a white candle. If you don't have a black candle or don't have time to go out and get one, just do a white candle. Also, if you're watching this in the next few days, that's fine. You can still do it, right? So have a candle. I like to use some purification ritual oil and some purification herbs. If you don't have it, that's fine, right? And then sit with yourself. Maybe put on some meditation music, maybe some frequency music for you can search on YouTube frequency music for letting go or releasing, purification, right? And that vibration, that frequency will help shed things, okay? And it might even be things coming up easier when you're having that playing. Then be somewhere where you can be secluded, or if you're doing this with a friend or your family, and journal, right? I'm gonna sit and journal a lot. I don't always do it, but tonight I will be journaling a lot, like really recognizing and seeing what happened this year. And a lot of gratitude comes from it as well, because then we're seeing the little things that are actually big things, you know? Things we started, we implemented, things that came to fruition, also things that we stopped doing, how our mindset maybe changed. Every little thing that you can celebrate yourself for, write it down, okay? Maybe like write a little letter to yourself or to the universe and give gratitude. All right, let's see. All right, what is the message that the collective needs to hear today on Samhain? This one flipped over. It's Awen. Gift, divine inspiration, awakening. Yeah. Elven touch. Recovery, comeback, revival. Let's do one more. Elf struck. Love it. Enchanted, beguiled, and spelled. And what do we have under here? The sigil keeper, symbols, signs, messages. Yeah. The Elven touch is really about being in the stillness and allowing the universe to support you. Maybe if you're sitting still, just like really try to feel the space around you and the universe around you, maybe even your spirit guides, okay? And really tune into it, because there's something to get through that little ritual, that little meditation. There's some messages, some inspiration or awakening that can come through then. Maybe more clarity about where you're going. What is it that you want for 2025? If you could imagine your life like a year from now, what would it look like? What would your income be? What would your work be? Family life, home, routines. Who are you? What is your life like a year from now? If you can visualize the highest elevated like future for yourself, okay? Protection. And then when you're thinking about that vision of yourself, then also see like everybody in my life right now that I'm giving my time and energy to, do they fit into that version of myself in my life? And you can do that like while you're in like a meditative state, because you can listen to your body. It's like, is it yes or no? If you have a pendulum, you can use that. You just, if you have a pendulum, it swings forward like yes, and then no, show me no, and it goes sideways for no, thank you. But really all you need is your body and your intuition. You don't even need cards for anything. For me personally, like I don't really pull a lot of cards for myself. I do weekly pulls, but I listen to my intuition. You have to learn how to go within, and oftentimes cards will just show you what you are already aware of, but they will also like give you guidance, like what happens if I continue on this path, and it will show you how it could be. And if you change your direction, it can also show you what will be, okay? So guidance can come from it, but like time is fluid and we can always do things to change it. We are empowered beings, right? The cow, nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. So I feel like a lot of you are really ready to change or switch up your finances, your money situation. Maybe that's why we need healing as well. Oh, fear. Yeah. What are you afraid of, especially when it comes to like when you're looking at how your life would be a year from now? Who do you have to be to show up? Like, is there something you need to learn? Is there like a comfort zone that you have to break through? Oftentimes it is, because if it was easy to get from A to B, you would have already done it. But I think there's some fears that might hold you back. And I would say now during this period of really start focusing on it now, but also like throughout December, really detect fears. What are you afraid of? Because you're gonna have to do something different to get where you want to be a year from now, because otherwise it's like it's not growth, right? And I feel like for you to really show up as the person you need to be, you're going to have to go through something that you're a little bit scared of. Maybe it's just a change that you're fearful of, but there's the protection there. Feed your artist. Maybe there's a creative project or wanting to feel more like creative or have time for your creativity. Accept and receive. That is so much about the cow as well. Nurturing, asking, receiving. Move beyond intention to believe. Yeah. They're really putting you on when it comes to your mindset. So yeah, creative alchemy. This is when we alchemize the fear. We move from the intention into belief. Knowing that the universe will show up for us. Knowing that this vision that we have for our lives a year from now can happen and it will happen, right? Turtle. The turtle shows up when it's time to start telling a new story, okay? It's a lot of wisdom. You've gone through a lot like that helped you gain wisdom in life, but it's time to start telling a new story. If you keep telling the same story of what you've been through, you're going to perpetually repeat that story. So it's time to start releasing the past and create a new story. Yeah, spider, this is you co-creating your new reality. Start speaking words of what you are creating and not where you've been, where you come from. Peacock, let it shine. I feel like a lot of you are meant to be out in the public eye of some sort, okay? And that's why we're having Feed Your Artist as well. You're meant to push yourself outside your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be online. It could be like with the art you're creating, or publishing a book, or showing up as a leader in a company. Like maybe start speaking, like doing speaking engagements in your city or town. Like it could be in whatever way, but it's like the eyes are on you. And I think you're a bit fearful of it. For others, it's just creating a bunch of reels, you know, and maybe you're scared of that. Okay, but the more you do something, the better at it you get, and the more comfortable and natural it gets. Something fell out. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is what you want. This is your intention. Your intention is probably to have the 10 of Pentacles. First of all, building something that will last and withstand the test of time, but also something that will grow financially. And we also got the Ace of Swords. You're gaining the clarity on what it is that you want, but I think you really need to be in meditative state to detect the types, like what kind of fears are there. Look at that. We have 9 of Pentacles here as well, right? You wanting to be financially independent and also build up the wealth, maybe buying assets, maybe buying real estate, whatever it is, so that your money can multiply. And it could be that you're having a great idea of something you want to create. It could be a course. It could be whatever it is. That's something that would generate an income. All right, let's see. King of Wands, showing up as a leader. Showing up as a leader, creative leader as well. 4 of Cups. It doesn't want to focus. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you really need to step up, to step out of this game, to step out of the story that you have been in. It's going to take effort. It's going to take repetitive action, really getting into routines, then nurture your mindset. And also, what else is coming? Yeah, it's like the clarity of mind as well. Balance. Maybe some of you have been doing too much, like doing too much, or keep on staying in the old story on repeat, and just that, like releasing that kind of mindset of speaking about the past or how it's always been, just because it's been some in a certain way, maybe lack of finances, maybe poor health, whatever it is. Just because it's been in that, it doesn't mean that you can't change it. So that is like the biggest challenge for you, is to shift that, like to shift into a new story. Okay, just focus on what it is that you're building, you know, what you're creating, what your mind is telling you, your intuition is telling you that this is what I need to do. And do it unapologetically. Like, it's going to be scary, the first steps that you take. And I think certain parts of the year, you're going to be forced out of your comfort zone. And you always have the choice to stay where you are and just play it small, right? Could do that too. It's always a choice. All right, seek out new information. Because, yeah, they want you to really end the story here, especially when it comes to your home and family, right? So maybe you're ready to move, maybe you're ready to relocate, maybe you're ready to change your home environment. Maybe there's been issues in the homes that you live in because you've been renting cheap places or having a house that you can't afford to repair, things like that. It seems like wherever you've been, it's not ideal for you. And now it's time for you to manifest this, okay? And with the Two of Pentacles here and the Emperor, I think you're really having to put some effort in to do it. And with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, just juggle, do a little bit, like whatever creative insights you get as well. It could be like small things. Maybe you start making one product, or maybe you start switching one thing. It's just, it feels like small steps will eventually turn into the Ten of Pentacles. So it's not about like massive things, investing like tons of money into a new business. It feels more like you start to do a little bit every day, and that will be easier as well to overcome your fear. All right. All right, let's pull a few cards here, and then we'll close it out. And I hope you're doing a little ritual for yourself. And if you don't want to do candle, like the black candle is like absorbing negative energy and purifying it, okay? So maybe even do a list as well of these fears that you feel that would prevent you, could potentially prevent you from moving forward. List those fears and write them down, and then rip it up or burn it, okay? To release that. It's also the new moon tomorrow, so it's a perfect time to release things. Yeah, bring your ideas to life, electric eel spirit. There is something that you meant to create here, and you know what it is. Be fearless and bold. Yeah, badger spirit. And here we have brown bear spirit. Take time out. He's also like the brown bear, is a very connected to the home, okay? So I think you're manifesting new home business, whatever it is going to make you feel more comfortable in the house. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys soon again. Bye.